In 2018, Tommy and his wife took a huge risk and poured all their financial resources into starting Mission House Coffee. Despite the success of opening a second location and surviving a pandemic, lawmakers in Washington might actually prove to be the biggest threat to his business. The growing momentum in Washington to raise the minimum wage has Tommy concerned about the future of his business.
So where I live in Washington, D.C., got a lot of lawmakers that are just full of great ideas.
Yes.
Just so many great ideas all the time. One of those really great ideas is $15 minimum wage.
Yes.
And, you know, obviously they know what's best for everyone.
Of course.
Even though they don't know them.
100%.
But you, being an entrepreneur, owning your own business, like you wake up tomorrow, you pick up your phone, it's like, oh, $15 minimum wage is happening in 6 months. Like what goes through your mind? What action steps are you taking? That type of thing.
Yeah, I think my first action step is crying. For a good little bit. That would be my first action step there. My second one would be to, try and think. My first thing would be try and figure out what downsizing looks like and coming to terms with that. For us to operate at the capacity we do right now, with a $15 minimum wage for every employee we have would mean an immediate loss of jobs for a good portion of our staff. That would mean a slowdown in customer service for sure, which would probably mean a loss in customers because we can no longer handle the same pace we did. I can almost guarantee that our downtown location would have to close. We're in Virginia, minimum wage here is $7.25 right now. So that would more than double what I'd have to pay every employee, which means if I was already not making money, I'm now down twice as much. It would mean I no longer have the ability to work on expanding my company because I would have to be working in the company nonstop every day. I just started taking a paycheck, so I can say up until January of 2021, every single employee that I have makes more money than I do.
So you personally, you would like for your minimum wage to be raised, at least from zero to
My
something.
minimum wage to be raised would really be I found a penny on the floor. And we've shot up exponentially.
It's like I made a profit today.
I
Look
did.
at this.
Gotta sweep more often.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like there's this big misconception that, it's like, oh, you own your own business, like you're making all this money.
You're a millionaire.
It's like, yeah, it's like the perception probably should be like, you own your own business, therefore you're probably in debt. Can I take you to dinner to give you some free food,
That would be fantastic. I make the joke all the time when people ask, oh, can I get a discount if I go down there? I'm like, just ask them for the friends and family discount. We will add 10% to your check because my friends and family know how poor we are.
In the world of the $15, $20, whatever minimum wage. Yeah, let's go ahead and make it $20.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. We're gonna use the exact same economics that we came up with the 15, just make it 20.
And just make it bigger, why not?
Yeah. You and one other person, you're slaving away 24 hours a day because you had to, lay everyone off.
Right.
What kind of an impact does that have on people looking for that first thing they can put on their resume?
I think a lot of people get frustrated when they walk into experiences and they say, it requires X amount of years in this field in order to qualify for this field. And you look at that and you say, well, but I need the job in order to get those X amount of years, so how am I supposed to walk into that? I think we're gonna see a lot more of that. I think small businesses are always going to find a way to make it work. And that may be part of our downfall, is because we will find a way to make this work, and that may make it look like we're not struggling. And that may make it look like, hey, your plan worked, raise everybody's wage, now everybody's happy. But you're making it really, really, really hard to do it.
Well, it sounds like what you're saying is policymakers will come in with something that feels good and they're like, okay, raising the minimum wage, we did it, guys. And then it's like, it's up to you to be like, okay, now I have to innovate my way out of this hole. And then it's like, oh, look at all this great innovation that came after we passed, the $15 minimum wage.
Innovation, because I'll tell you what, we're pretty innovative on our own. We're entrepreneurs, it's what we do. We will be innovative. I would much rather be innovative with a team of people who are helping along the way and being innovative themselves, rather than having to do it on my own, leaving everybody else with the experience, and sacrificing their paychecks on the way. I'd be interested to see what would happen if all the people who are making the laws had their budgets cut in half and try to accomplish the same amount of work. It'd be pretty interesting if you put the same level of impact on the people making the decisions.